Hi guys, it's your girl Katora. So this is a chart that shows the proportions for face, for like how to draw a face. And today I'm just gonna do a quick study on portraiture art. I just got this reference from Google. I start with a circle, and then I'm going to go ahead and outline the shape of the bottom half of the face. And that could be different depending on what type of reference you're looking at. This one is more square. And then once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and divide the face in half, and then you're going to divide each half into half again. And say for the bottom half, once you divide it in half, that line is going to indicate, the one I'm drawing now indicates where the bottom of the nose is going to be, and this line that I'm drawing right now indicates where the eyebrows really shouldn't go above that. And then you go ahead and mark where you want your nose. You measure that out, and it should be the same length on each side of the nose for how wide the eyes will be. And so it should be 3 different sections, and they should all be the same size. So that is my tips for, I guess, just how to structure a face. I don't always follow this 100%, and also you're probably going to see in the video where something isn't measured out that well, and so I alter it. I think some of the best parts about art is just being able not just to get everything correctly, but know how to fix everything and still have it come out to be what you want it to be. And then that's kind of where the magic comes in. Also, even when you're following like whatever rule of thumb that you're following, no one's face is exactly the same as another person's face. So even though this is sort of like a foundational idea of like how to structure a face, and there's so many different ways, there's like the Loomis method, there's so many methods. At the end of the day, like, everyone's face is going to be a little different. So you have to be able to sort of go with the flow and look at your reference and say, oh, this person's chin is a little shorter than other people's, or their nose is a little wider, or their eyes may be a little closer together. So you have to remain flexible, and also just have fun. Okay, so if I have any other tips and tricks along the way, I will go ahead and hop in and let you guys know. But that's it for right now. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to stay inspired. Okay, so I did want to say something about building the nose. I do start with my shadows and lights first. I don't know if I always do that, but I did on this drawing. And so it might look a little weird when it first starts out, but then I go ahead and you can start seeing the shape come in. I'm also, for this entire sketch, I'm only using a smudge brush, and then on the top right corner, there's like a pointer finger, and if you click on that, it allows you to like sort of blend. I don't actually know the name of that tool, but I'm using it to put in my shadows. And then also throughout the video, you'll see me like actually just click on the eraser and also draw with the eraser, and then blend that out as well. And so I'm kind of treating it like a canvas in that way. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Some people might start with just the structure first, but I'm doing the basic shapes with the light and shadow first, and then I go in and define it.
plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jealousy cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller, controller. Yeah, like controller, controller. Yeah. Okay, you like it when I get aggressive.
Okay, so for this part, I did not want to redraw the eye, so I click on the S shape, and then you're going to go ahead and draw around whatever part of your canvas you want to duplicate. Hit the little lines, and you'll see like diagonal lines go across the screen, and then you go ahead and click duplicate, and then horizontal, and then you can go ahead and place it where you want it to be. And so you'll see me do that. And then I constantly like make the screen, like the canvas, bigger and then larger, and you'll see that all throughout the video. And what I'm kind of mimicking is if I'm like in the studio actually doing traditional art. We're just taught to always like step back from the canvas and then go back closer to it, because it's going to look different to your eye as you're drawing it, the closer you are to it and the further away you are. So I could tell that like it wasn't in the right place. So it's just helpful to move it in close and then take it out far away. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Okay, back to the drawing.
Baby girl, you know me. Still with the dogs that I grew beside. All the niggas around me, cry that they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me. Who am I? All the niggas around me, cry that they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me. I just caught a shorty off a Finsta. Just threw on a hoodie, it's a Crenshaw. Way that I've been living unconventional. I'm just trying to make it to the end, you know. Certain things have started getting tenser. Think we need to have a sun adventure. I could be a man, but maybe down the road. Right now I would rather see my heart turn to chrome. Rather see my heart turn crystal. I can't even front like I don't miss ya. Right now I'm just up inside the crib on my own. Soon as I free up, I'm about to pop up on your phone. Like I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me. Yeah. Who am I? All the niggas.
Okay, also one more thing. Well, I won't say just one more, but for right now, another thing that came to mind was that at this point, the reference is showing like her full face. At some point, I am going to make the reference smaller so that I can see more of the details of like the eyes and nose and mouth. So right now I am still just marking in the shapes and the shadows and highlights, but I will get more detailed the further along that I go. So yeah, I always like make my references smaller at some point so that I can really see the detail. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in there. Another tip for when you're doing like a portrait drawing or any drawing is that when you're trying to see if you're doing exactly what the reference is doing, you can look at the shapes that are made between objects. And so, for instance, the eyebrow and the top of the eyelid is kind of a triangle, and seeing what, shape that looks like compared to what it is on the reference can help to see if you're on the right track or not. Okay, another tip would be the way that you are adding in your lines, or even putting in your shadows with like your blending. You want to make sure it's in the direction that kind of shows the shape of like how the skin would be formed underneath, because you want to give a sense of mass. And make it feel like there's a person present and it's not a flat form. And so as you can see, like underneath the eyebrow, I'm not just doing lines just completely straight up and down, they're curved. And by doing that, it's going to make it feel like there's a mass underneath. And so it's just adding to the illusion of three-dimensionality. I also noticed around this point that I wanted to add a little more to the sides of the face. So yeah. Okay, back to the drawing.
I can't decide. Fashion week was more your thing than mine. I can't even lie, I'd rather stay inside. I can't do suit and tie. Can't be in one room with you and stand on different sides. One thing at a time, I have to learn to hide. One thing at a time, emotions running high. I wish you felt alright, just hitting my line all the time, all the time. Oh, ooh, 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 you stay on.
Okay, so I feel like this part that's coming up is a good place to explain that a lot of times I go ahead and add in like my like deepest shadows or darkest areas, and then I go in with the blender tool, that pointer, and then I go ahead and blend it out. And you can kind of just see the form start to take shape. So yeah, don't be afraid to add like dark areas, even if it's slightly dramatic looking at first. Once you start blending out, it's gonna start to make a lot more sense. And I'm still, working on adding details to the face. But yeah, I just wanted to add that in very quickly. That I will make a painting or portrait look very dramatic to begin with, just to go ahead and start seeing the form take shape and blend out all my dark areas. Okay, back to the drawing.
My secrets if I let you close. Feel my pain. You selling action. These days, no kumaye. Niggas be blasting. Living in the midst of this shit might drive you mad. Feeling pretty mixed up. This life shit ain't all bad. Bloody blood and murder. No second chances. Telling us do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna. I got that blue fever, cold as ice till you get near. You're like another fire-breathing creature, but it don't burn how it appears. It's true, you could make me melt, but don't you forget it. If the person you fell forever do for reasons, it's only because you ain't here. I can feel it in the air, my cold sweat dripping everywhere. I'm all in. I don't even care as long as you're right here, playing in my bed. I'm forget what everyone said. I'm all in. I couldn't care less as long as you're true leader, but not obliged, promise to please ya. If you're open fire, then it's treason, and I decide to go out swinging. If you shoot, then you can bet every single dollar and your last few cents that I will too. And I mean it. Tell me, where do we go from here? Can't feel it in the air, my cold sweat dripping everywhere. I'm all in. I don't even care as long as you're right here, playing in my bed. I forget what everyone said. I'm all in. I couldn't care less as long as you're burning blue, burning blue. I'm burning blue. I'm letting it burn, letting it burn. I can feel it in the air.
Okay, so for this part, I'm going to go ahead and start adding the detail to the nose. So you're going to see me add in, you know, like really where the shadows are at. I'm really paying attention to all the areas on the reference where there's shadows and adding in my darks. And then also I'm going to add in the highlights at the same time, which is probably not always the best way to go about doing things, but I don't know, that's just what I decided to do this time. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out and then add more shadows and highlights where needed. So basically I am rebuilding it using what was already there as like the foundation of the shape, and then just kind of just, you know, filling it out. And so it does look a little weird at first, but then once everything comes together, you'll kind of see what was, you know, what it was for. But yeah, I hope that helped a little bit and explained something. And yeah, back to the video.
Which one? Pick one. This one classic. Red from blind, yeah, bitch, I'm drastic. Why this? Why that? Lip stop asking. Listen to me, baby, relax and start passing. Expressway, head back, weaving through the traffic. This one strong, should be labeled as a hazard. Some of y'all niggas hot psych, I'm gassing. Clowns, I spot them and I can't stop laughing. Easy come, easy go, Evie gon' be lasting. Jealousy, let it go, results could be tragic. Some of y'all ain't writing well, too concerned with fashion. None of you ain't Giselle, can't walk and imagine. A lot of y'all Hollywood drama, cast it. Cut bitch camera off, real shit blasted.
I had to give you, it's only been a year. Now I got my foot through the door, and I ain't gonna win. It took a while to get me, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that with shit you're getting, now let me blow your mind. I had to give you, it's only been a year. Now I got my foot through the door, and I ain't gonna win. It took a while to get me, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that with shit you're getting, now let me. We can't just be talking about it. I want you family beside it. We can't just be cautious about it. I wanna get wild. Take me for a ride, boy. Show me the wild side, boy. Know it's been a while, boy. I wanna get wild.
Okay, so for this part, I'm focusing more on like again getting in the shadows and the highlights. For hair, for like a portrait drawing, especially when I'm just doing a sketch, I'm not focused on getting like every single strand, which you probably should never really try to do anyways. It's more so about the impression of the hair. You want to get the idea of the hair, the feeling of the hair. It doesn't have to be like you're drawing every single strand piece by piece. It's good to add like some little one-off strands to make it feel more realistic, but the biggest idea is just to sort of put in the impression of detail without actually having to do like all the detail. If I was drawing a tree, I wouldn't draw like every single leaf. I would maybe do squiggly lines, and I would keep that same pattern throughout, showing the highlights and the shadows, and give the impression of the leaves more than. So it's like I'm doing detail without doing detail, if that makes sense. It's more like it's an illusion, and that's really what drawing is, because it's a flat surface and I'm giving the illusion that there's something three-dimensional here, that you could pick up, that you could touch. And so it's not really about like every single strand or every single leaf. It's more like the idea that there's a bunch of strands here. Okay, well, I hope that helps. Back to the drawing.